An unknown car has been circling your home for hours. Heaven wants you to know why. Archangel Michael says, this is not just an ordinary day. Something is happening around your space that may seem small on the surface, but it's a sign, a powerful warning from the divine. The movement you noticed, the unknown car circling your home, is no coincidence. You were meant to see it. From the sky above, forces have been watching over you. Your spirit guides and angelic guardians are now raising their hands in alarm. A spiritual interference is occurring right where you sleep, eat, and find your peace. Something is stirring near your door. It all began 3 nights ago, though you didn't notice it. That was when the first visit occurred, quiet, smooth, unnoticed. The car didn't stay long then, but it sent a signal, a test to see if you'd catch on. Now the test has grown into something much deeper. The person inside that car has intentions not yet spoken. Their eyes are not only watching, they are evaluating, calculating, observing every motion you make. This is not a stalker in the physical sense alone. This is someone who is being used. A pawn in a spiritual chess game being played around your home. And the energies fueling them are not just human. They are dark. You must understand that everything in the spiritual realm has a counterpart in the physical. When you saw that car for the 3rd time, heaven rang an alert. Archangel Michael's sword of fire was drawn. You are being circled not for harm, but for reaction. There are people who have been talking about your growth in hushed tones. People who once clapped for you are now whispering behind closed doors. One of them has triggered this move. They've called someone, and that someone is in that car. Their intent may not be to hurt you outright. No, it's more cunning than that. They want to see how strong your spirit has become. Whether your light can still shine through when darkness presses near your window. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone. Heaven has dispatched protectors to your dwelling. They are watching that car just as much as it watches you. The being inside that vehicle doesn't know the full picture. They think they're on a personal mission. But what they don't realize is they've entered sacred ground. The minute they drove near your home, a vibration was triggered in the realm of heaven. Angels took positions above your roof, around your walls, near your front door. Your home was marked for divine preservation long before this moment. But now, that mark is glowing brighter. There is a woman involved. Her name may not be familiar at first. But she is connected to your recent past. Someone who once smiled in your presence but carried envy in her heart. She didn't like how you were favored, how your blessing seemed to arrive without explanation. She called someone she trusted to investigate you, discreetly. What she doesn't know is that her plan is now unraveling in real time. Because the car she triggered is no longer under just human influence. A dark force piggybacked into the mission. And now, that force is circling your space, looking for a crack to enter. But here's where the power shifts. Your awareness is your weapon. Each time you looked out the window, heaven celebrated. You noticed the car. You felt the unease. You picked up on the shift in atmosphere. That means your spiritual sensors are on. That's something the dark cannot handle. It is important to remain calm. You are not meant to confront. You are meant to observe, shield, and declare. Speak aloud in your space. No darkness may enter here. This home is sealed by divine light. Any force that does not belong must retreat now. Tonight, the car will make one more round. This final lap is its last attempt. If your energy remains strong and your words remain rooted in truth, it will vanish by morning. The person inside may not even realize why they turn the car and drive away. But the angels will. You've done nothing wrong to attract this attention. But your purpose is growing. Your name is being whispered in more than one realm. That's why you're seeing movements around you, interruptions, mysterious behaviors. It's not random. It's the shaking of the spirit world. There are 3 people watching you spiritually. 2 are envious. 1 is afraid. The afraid one used to love you dearly. They feel they've lost access to your heart. The other 2 are threatened by your presence. They joined forces out of fear. That's how the car came into the picture. But heaven's response is bigger. You may soon feel heat near your back or a pulsing at your neck. That's angelic energy. When angels shield, they build a divine fence around you, and your body may respond. Take it as confirmation that help is not just near, it is present. Archangel Michael says you must not retreat into fear. That is the opening darkness craves. Instead, rise into full boldness. Speak kindness over yourself. Burn white candles in your space. Cleanse your entryways with salt water or incense. Let the unseen world know you are awake and untouchable. The car may return again in days. But if it does, it won't linger. Because heaven is sending a storm. A spiritual storm will swirl around that vehicle, causing electrical interference, confusion, or sudden departure. The driver may feel nauseous or unsettled. That's not by chance. That's divine authority in motion. The woman who started this chain is about to receive a message, a dream. In that dream, she will see you clothed in white light, surrounded by heavenly warriors. She'll wake up shaking. That is heaven's warning to her. Stop watching what doesn't belong to you. You are not to seek revenge or engage in confrontation. That's not your role in this season. Your only job is to stand. Stand in truth. Stand in faith. Stand in light. There are spiritual spies being deployed all around the world. You are not the only one, but you are among the chosen. And the chosen are tested. Your test is almost over. Don't fear if your lights flicker, if your pets act strange, or if the wind behaves oddly around your house. These are signs of active energy clearing. Let it pass. Let it work. Within 72 hours, something will be revealed to you. You may overhear something, receive a mistaken message, or even catch a name online. Don't ignore it. That is the key heaven is giving you. It will link to the woman who made the call. It will validate what your spirit already knew. Archangel Michael says you've passed through far more dangerous seasons than this. But this one feels personal because it is. It targets your rest, your home, your space. That's why it seems so intense. But also why your breakthrough is near. The circling car is not about fear. It's about confirmation. Confirmation that your light is visible. Confirmation that your prayers are working. Confirmation that your name is rising. This moment was permitted not to break you, but to mark a spiritual graduation. After this, your intuition will be stronger, your gifts sharper, your protection even more impenetrable. You are on a spiritual watch list, but in heaven's records, not just on earth. Your soul carries something ancient. That's why even strangers can feel something when you walk past. That's why the dark pays attention to your home. Soon, someone in your life will reach out with an odd apology. It may seem random. It won't be. It will be one of the three who've been spiritually watching you. One of them is already regretting their involvement. Accept the apology, but don't let them back in too soon. A new person is entering your circle. They will come bearing truth, light, and vision. Their energy will contrast deeply with those who tried to test you. You'll know them by their calmness and their ability to listen without wanting anything in return. Tonight, as the car circles again for what may be the last time, look out your window with boldness, not fear. Whisper, "I see you," and heaven sees you more. Then turn away and rest. You've already won. Your home is covered. Your soul is marked. And your name is protected. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, as the night deepens and silence lays its weight upon your surroundings, you may feel a presence that is not easily explained. This is not your imagination. It is the ripple of unseen energies moving closer to your space. That car circling your home has already disrupted the balance, stirring both the light and dark into action. There's an old spiritual law: when darkness approaches, light multiplies. Right now, angels have tripled in number around your property. They stand in positions unseen, their wings spread wide, forming an unbreakable barrier. You may hear faint whispers, soft rustles in the wind, or even fleeting shadows crossing your vision. These are not to scare you but to remind you that you are guarded. The person inside that car is restless. Their mind is clouded with conflicting intentions. At first, they thought they were simply there for information, to observe, to watch, to gather something for someone else. But now, they feel a heaviness in their chest, a pressure they cannot name. That's the weight of divine presence pushing against their human plans. By tomorrow morning, this person will face a decision. Either they will confess to the one who sent them, or they will disappear completely from the plan. Heaven will not let this assignment continue any longer. The reason you're being told this is because your spirit has been crying for answers, your heart searching for understanding. While all this unfolds, your name has been spoken in higher realms. Archangels have gathered to declare victory over this attempt to disrupt your peace. This is more than just about a circling car. It is about energies that have tried repeatedly to break your destiny. Each attack has failed, but this one was different. It came closer to your sanctuary than ever before. Archangel Michael says that even as you read these words, a chain is breaking in the spiritual dimension. The grip of those who plotted against you is loosening. A fiery sword is cutting ties you didn't even know existed, ties that have been leeching strength from your blessings. The one who called that car to circle your home is restless too. They cannot sleep peacefully because the divine is haunting their dreams. Shadows of regret already dance in their mind. Soon, they will make a mistake, a text sent to the wrong person, a call made in haste, that will expose their hidden plot. You may hear this through a trusted ally, or it may arrive in a mysterious message that you stumble upon unexpectedly. When it comes, do not rush to react. Heaven is handling it. Your only role is to remain calm and steady. This battle is not physical, it is spiritual, and victory has already been signed in your favor. Archangel Michael says there's an even deeper layer to this. The person driving the car, they know your name. They've seen your face. They've been near you before but stayed unnoticed. Something about your presence unsettles them, not because you've done them wrong, but because your spirit shines too brightly. When light stands near darkness, it causes discomfort. That is why they cannot stop circling. They are both drawn to you and repelled at the same time. This conflict inside them will only intensify tonight, leading them to either abandon their mission or reveal secrets they've been carrying. In the coming days, expect signs that the energy has shifted. Birds may gather near your home unusually. The wind may carry whispers that feel almost like voices. Small objects may fall or move without explanation. These are not accidents. These are the echoes of a spiritual battle ending in your victory. There is also a divine blessing hidden in this storm. The forces of heaven have been waiting for the right moment to release a breakthrough over your life. This attack triggered that moment. What was meant for harm has been turned into a divine setup for elevation. A financial door will open that was once sealed shut. A relationship long strained will suddenly find peace. A long-awaited message about an opportunity will finally arrive. These blessings are not random. They are heaven's way of rewarding you for standing firm, for trusting, for enduring even when unseen pressures tried to break you. Archangel Michael assures you that your home will soon feel lighter. The spiritual heaviness you've sensed will lift. The circling car will no longer approach. Those who tried to watch you in silence will be forced into the open, their intentions exposed to all. And when this chapter closes, you will step into a new season of unshakable authority. Your discernment will sharpen. Your spiritual armor will strengthen. And no hidden force will dare to trespass your boundaries again. Tonight, as the sky falls quiet, know this: you are surrounded by light, loved by heaven, and guarded by powers far greater than anything circling outside. Nothing and no one can penetrate what has been divinely sealed. Rest now, for your victory is certain. The night may seem longer than usual. Time feels slowed, stretched, as if something is brewing in the fabric of reality itself. That's not your imagination, it's a spiritual pause, a divine stillness, designed to make space for something important to occur. Heaven is holding its breath. That car that circled your home wasn't just there to watch, it was there to draw something out of you, to provoke either fear or faith. And what heaven witnessed was not your collapse, but your awakening. You saw the pattern. You sensed the anomaly. You knew something wasn't right, and you looked closer. That moment of awareness shifted everything. What that person doesn't realize is that your intuition is a gift. It's not just instinct, it's divine technology embedded in your soul. You sensed them before they even arrived. The moment they turned onto your street, your spirit bristled with alertness. You felt a disturbance. That's how sensitive your light has become. Archangel Michael says your home is now surrounded by a flame that no one can extinguish. A spiritual perimeter has been erected. It's invisible to human eyes, but not to spirits. Every time that car comes closer, the heat rises, not just physically, but energetically. They are uncomfortable. They may pretend to be on a phone, pretend to be lost, but inside they're panicking. Because they feel the opposition. They feel the power in your presence. They weren't ready for what's guarding you. There is a presence inside. You're home too, peaceful but powerful. You may have noticed it before this moment. As a flicker of calmness washing over you, a voice whispering, "You're okay." That's not just your mind. That's divine reassurance breaking through the chaos. Angels are speaking into your soul, telling you not to be moved, not to be shaken. Outside, the one in the car is speaking to someone through coded language. They re-reporting back, saying vague phrases like, "Still nothing," "She hasn't noticed," or "I'm still nearby, give it some time." But they are wrong. You have noticed. And what they don't know is that heaven is noticing them back. Their voice, their face, their energy is now catalogued in the spiritual registry. From this moment on, they cannot hide. The light that surrounds you has marked them. Every time they try to return, they will feel resistance, as if the road becomes longer, their car heavier, their engine unsteady. Heaven is turning their curiosity into confusion. But you must understand something deeper now. This wasn't just about spying. This was a spiritual attempt to enter a gate, your gate. A spiritual portal exists around every chosen one's home. It's a place of energy, frequency, and divine access. When someone of malicious intention crosses that energy field, they can feel the walls closing in. The air becomes thick. That's what's happening to the one in the car right now. They've crossed a gate they weren't permitted to touch. And now the consequences are beginning. Within the next few hours, their communication devices may glitch. They may drop their phone. Their GPS may fail. This isn't random. It's interference from heaven. Their assignment is breaking down from the inside. Meanwhile, someone you do know is connected to this. Not in the obvious way, but spiritually. Their energy is leaking into this situation. You may have felt them pull away from you recently. Someone who once spoke to you often, but now gives short responses, avoids your eyes, changes topics quickly. They know something. Not everything, but enough. Enough to feel guilty. Enough to know they've participated in something against you, even if passively. And their conscience is starting to shake. Expect their energy to change drastically in the coming days. Archangel Michael says, "You are being elevated." This event is not just about defense, it's about promotion. Your spiritual rank has increased. When attacks grow bolder, it means your light has grown brighter. You're on the verge of a shift that cannot be undone. You are no longer who you used to be. The version of you that tolerated lies, that ignored intuition, that stayed silent when disturbed, that version has ended. You are now stepping into full authority. Your voice will carry weight. Your decisions will carry spiritual force. Your home will not just be a resting place, it will be a headquarters for divine assignments. That's why the darkness came to test your boundary. But it failed. Spectacularly. Soon, a neighbor may mention the car casually. "Hey, have you noticed that weird car lately?" Or, "There was someone parked on the street again last night." When that happens, don't dismiss it. That's confirmation. Heaven is using even the mouths of others to validate what you already know. And you may dream. You may see that car in your sleep. But in the dream, it will be surrounded by fire or light or a massive angel standing beside it. That's not just a dream, that's a glimpse into what is truly happening. Do not be afraid. Heaven wants you to understand something else. After this moment, your home becomes a no-fly zone for darkness. Your room becomes a chamber of power. Your body becomes a vessel of holy fire. And your words become keys. You must start speaking into the air, even when no one is there. Declare peace. Declare protection. Declare that all monitoring spirits must go. Speak boldly. Heaven responds to vocal authority. The car may make one last desperate circle before disappearing completely. That final lap will be slower, almost as if they want you to come out. Do not engage. That's the trap. The light is winning. Let them go. Let them carry the weight of divine presence back with them. It will haunt them. You may receive a call from an unknown number soon. They won't say anything, or they'll pretend it was a wrong number. But the silence will be heavy. That's part of the game. They want to hear your voice. Don't feed the game. Hang up. Then speak into your space. All watchers, leave. All spiritual intrusions, cease. My space is holy. My purpose is guarded. This is not just about the car. It's about the next level of your life. And you've just stepped into it. The woman who triggered this is panicking now. Not because she's been exposed, but because things aren't going as planned. Her source is dry. Her messages are being ignored. And the person she sent, the one in the car, is not giving her the answers she wants. That frustration is heaven's doing. Her voice will break soon. Her own allies will turn on her. The web she created will snap, and she'll be left with silence. She will soon come across your name in a place she didn't expect, on a screen, in a conversation, in a photo, and it will trigger her again. But she will know, deep in her heart, that she has lost the battle. You never had to fight. Heaven fought for you. And when the time comes, when this moment has passed and peace returns in full, you will feel it. The air will shift. You will breathe deeper. Your sleep will return. And you will rise with a new fire in your soul. You were watched, but not broken. You were tested, but not shaken. You were circled, but never entered. Your home is sealed. Your name is covered. Your destiny is untouched. Your victory is divine. Archangel Michael says, as the night stretches and you sense the tension hanging in the air, understand that what you are living through right now is more than a moment. It is a divine unveiling. Heaven is peeling back the curtain of reality to show you that you are never unprotected, never unseen, and never left to face the schemes of darkness alone. The car continues its slow, deliberate circling. Hours have passed, and yet it lingers as though bound by an unseen tether. This is no ordinary surveillance. It's a spiritual maneuver orchestrated by hidden forces who thought they could breach your sanctuary. But they miscalculated one crucial thing: your connection to the divine. Every turn of that car, every lap around your home, has been noted by heaven. Angels have recorded each movement in spiritual books of justice. What was meant to intimidate you has become evidence in a heavenly courtroom. The verdict has already been decided. Darkness loses, light prevails. You may feel waves of energy moving through your body, tingles across your arms, or a sudden warmth in your chest. That is not fear, that is divine fire. Archangel Michael's presence surrounds you now, sword drawn, ready to sever any lingering spiritual chains that dare approach your home. Earlier today, you might have felt a subtle heaviness, a headache, dizziness, or sudden fatigue. That was the initial brush of dark energy trying to test your perimeter. But instead of letting it in, your spirit rejected it. It flared up and pushed back. The unseen world trembled because it realized you are not spiritually dormant, you are wide awake. The driver of that car feels uneasy too. Sweat beads on their forehead. They grip the steering wheel tighter each time they pass your home. Something inside them whispers, "Leave now," yet another voice urges them to stay. That war within is the clash of light and darkness battling for dominance. Archangel Michael says that every force sent to watch you will soon be forced into revelation. Their masks will fall. Hidden conversations will come to the surface. People who pretended to be allies will expose themselves through subtle slips of the tongue. And you will see with clarity who truly walks in truth and who has aligned with shadows. In the coming nights, heaven will increase the signs around you. At exactly 3:33 a.m., a divine whisper will stir you awake. Do not fear this hour, it is not meant to harm but to alert you. The number 3 is a symbol of divine completeness, a message that angels are present and fully active in your defense. If you hear footsteps outside that vanish before you can check, know it's a heavenly patrol. If you see flashes of light from the corner of your eye, understand that angelic swords are being drawn in the unseen realm. And if you feel a sudden sense of peace wash over you despite the tension, take it as confirmation that victory is already sealed. There is an ancient law in the spiritual world: what is hidden cannot remain hidden forever. This car, this driver, this plot, they are bound by that law. Very soon, what was shrouded in secrecy will be dragged into light. Messages will leak. Names will surface. Even people you least expect will come forward with details they can no longer withhold. Your discernment will play a critical role in this revelation. You may overhear a casual remark in a store, notice a name pop up online, or find a misplaced document. Pay attention to these divine breadcrumbs. They are not coincidences. They are heaven's way of arming you with truth without you lifting a single weapon. Archangel Michael says your role is not to confront or retaliate. Instead, your task is to remain a beacon of stillness and authority. Darkness thrives on chaos, but it withers in the presence of unwavering calm. Stand tall. Speak life into your home. Let no fear cross your lips. The car will circle one final time before dawn. This last round is their desperate attempt to pierce the wall of light surrounding you. But as they approach your home's spiritual boundary, something extraordinary will happen. A surge of angelic energy will descend like a tidal wave. The driver will feel it, a sudden, unexplainable force pressing on their chest, urging them to retreat. Their heart will race, their hands will shake, and without understanding why, they will speed away, not daring to return. After that moment, your space will feel lighter than it has in months. You will notice a divine stillness, as if the air itself has been purified. Sleep will come easier, dreams will be clearer, and a new dawn of blessings will begin to unfold. But this experience is not without purpose. Heaven allowed this close encounter to awaken something powerful within you. Your spiritual gifts are evolving. You will soon be able to sense intentions before people even speak. Your intuition will sharpen to the point where lies crumble in your presence. This elevation will not only shield you from future attacks but also position you for greater destiny. Doors that have remained closed for years will swing wide open. The right people, divinely sent and carrying pure intentions, will enter your circle. They will help build what the enemy tried to destroy. Archangel Michael says there's another layer still unseen. Beyond the car, beyond the driver, there is a shadowed figure, a silent orchestrator who has been pulling strings from afar. They thought they could use intermediaries to stay hidden, but heaven has already unmasked them. Within days, their name will surface. You may stumble upon it unexpectedly, in conversation, in an email, in a vision. When you see it, you will feel a surge of recognition, as if your spirit had always known. That moment will mark the breaking of the final chain. The orchestrator will try to reach out under the guise of peace, perhaps sending an innocent message or pretending to reconcile. But discernment will reveal their true intent. You won't need to fight them. Divine justice will take care of what human hands cannot. Once this chapter closes, you will look back on this night not with fear, but with gratitude. Gratitude that heaven exposed hidden plots before they could unfold. Gratitude that angels stood guard when human help could not. Gratitude that what was sent to harm you became the stepping stone for your spiritual promotion. From this moment forward, your home will radiate a frequency so high that no dark presence will dare approach again. Even those with ill intentions will feel a supernatural resistance, as though an invisible barrier keeps them at bay. Your sanctuary is now fortified by the highest order of angelic warriors. And when you rise tomorrow, as the sun breaks the horizon, you will feel it, the unmistakable warmth of victory, the quiet assurance that you are untouchable, unshaken, and unstoppable.